But boy, this team with Doug Peterson, and we talked about it last year, once Herb was let go, you had an adult in the room with Doug Peterson, and it looks like we saw what they did last year, winning the division, and then somehow beating the Chargers in a playoff game. And they're just building off that, Wes. And now, here come the Chiefs. This does not look like short sample size. We don't know about Kelsey yet. But if he isn't a go, how are the Chiefs favored on the road?
Well, and you've seen a little bit of an adjustment. I think it was 3, now it's 2.5. It's kind of in a holding pattern. I think just because of excuse me.
Right, Kelsey. If they don't have Travis Kelsey, America saw it. It wasn't a Sunday 1:00 Arrowhead. You can flip her. Everybody saw Thursday night what the offense looked like without Travis Kelsey, and it didn't look good. And they were not great running the football. And this was against the Lions. The Lions were not supposed to be able to hold Mahomes, any version of Kansas City, to 20 points at home.
No, not at all. And look, you're going to Jacksonville if you're Kansas City, and double revenge, if you want to call it, for the Jags, because remember, they lost by 10 in the regular season last year, and then only lost by 7 in the playoff game. Actually, the stats were even, except for the fact Jags -2 in the turnover department. You're not going to get it done on the road against the Kansas City Chiefs when you're -2 in the turnover department. But Jacksonville, look, if they want to be, because there's optimism now down there in Duval. If they want to be like, hey, we're a legitimate contender in the AFC, don't forget about us because we're in this putrid AFC South division. If they want to be up there with the Kansas Cities and the Buffaloes and the Cincinnatis and the teams that everybody thinks are going to be good in the AFC, Baltimore as well, then you got to win this game. You gotta show it here, Travis Kelsey or not. And now you're seeing 2.5, so it has been adjusted about a 0.5 point lower. I'm seeing 51, 50.5 on the total. So when I look at this, and you mentioned about how Kansas City, looked lost without Kelsey. They got that late score, by the way, before the first half, and it's like, okay, they're going to put it away.
Yeah.
They got outplayed big time in the second half. Mahomes, 21 of 39, 226, 2 touchdowns and a pick. They really didn't. They ran the ball okay, I guess, Dave. 23 carries, 90 yards, 3.9. It's still not great.
No.
But the turnovers were even. But Kansas City, defensively, they can be had. We know that they can be had. We know Spags is aggressive, and he'll try to blitz. By the way, no sacks on Jared Goff either. And we were talking about the Kelsey injury at the top. You know who they missed more was Chris Jones. They missed him more, and I even said that on a radio interview in Kansas City that I did last week. It's not being accounted for that he is out. He is so disruptive. Jared Goff never really had any pressure on him, hardly at all, in this game. And, you look at Goff, like the stat line doesn't jump right out at you. 22 of 35 for 253, had a touchdown, but Jared Goff, they hardly touched the guy.
I think that's a great point. And again, something you should monitor as the week goes on, unless you want to hop in if you feel like you have a good number today. Because the Bosa situation in San Francisco, right, looked like, well, he's not going to be ready to go. He signs, they fly him in as a big pomp and circumstance. We're going to limit his snaps. No, they didn't. They threw him out there, and he was disruptive. So
you mean these coaches are liars?
Kyle Shanahan comes from a coach, his dad, I used to cover him, that told me, I'm not going to tell you the truth.
Bosa only had 1 tackle today, but, just his presence opened it up for everybody else. I think they sacked Pickett 5 times today.
So, if Chris Jones signs this week, and we're not saying he is, but if he does, that would sway me a little bit more. But as it stands right now, I love the Jags in this spot. I look at this thing and I go, I want to look at that money line at plus $1.20 and think, what am I missing here? Because I saw what the Chiefs look like without Chris Jones and without Travis Kelsey. And even if Kelsey can go, how effective can he really be? And good luck slowing down Jacksonville, because right now that offense feels like they got a lot of weapons.
And you talked about the offense of Kansas City, how it didn't look the same without Kelsey. With Jacksonville, it looks a bit different with Calvin Ridley.
Yes, it does.
8 catches, 101 yards, and a touchdown today. So that just gives them another weapon, because I thought Jacksonville offensively, with Trevor Lawrence continuing to develop, Travis Etienne, Tank Bigsby redeemed himself, got a touchdown. Remember, he fumbled when he thought the play was dead. DeForest Buckner just grabs it from him and returns it for a touchdown, and he thought that was the momentum changer. And then Bigsby regroups, scores on a later drive in the fourth quarter to give Jacksonville the lead finally. So, yeah, looking at this, I still worry a little bit about Jacksonville's defense, especially that secondary, because they didn't really add much to them. So, against Patrick Mahomes, can he pick that apart? Yes. But as of right now, it'd be Jags or pass for me.
Yeah, the Chiefs going to have to, those young receivers are going to have to play better quickly.
And I do think that the market is going to come in on Kansas City, because they can't lose 2 in a row. They're Super Bowl champions. Yeah.
But don't play that, kids. Do not go with the do factor.
So if you're wanting to bet Jacksonville, I think you can wait. I think you might be able to get a 3 here.
Kind of like where your head's at. I'll be patient. See if we can get a better number on that money line, then hop in on the Jags.
Go to VSiN.com/subscribe to become a VSiN Pro subscriber today.